So we have the meme about what liberalism has done for us, and it is sad. So this silly thing that's been floating around for a couple of years. I'm tired of liberal being used as an insult. Well, then don't be regressive, you stupid liberals. The actual liberals today are more regressive than liberal. Liberal means that you give people liberty. And that is not what the people calling themselves liberals today are about. Liberalism gave you the vote. Well, the truth of the matter is that the general vote is an abomination. No, I'm serious. Everywhere a general vote comes in, the government becomes pandering to those people who have the general vote. The more restricted the vote, the fewer people the government is pandering to in order to keep themselves power. So they have to bribe more people with more money, and the wider the vote. And it became insane when women's suffrage went in. That women's suffrage has led to the most intense suffering this world has ever seen. And general suffrage has led to over a century of suffering. The concept, then the next thing is liberalism gave you equality. Equality under the law was from the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta was a situation in which aristocrats, not liberals, forced a king to give up some of his power. And that it was not in any way, shape, or form a liberal plot, a liberal thing. Then liberalism gave you free speech. Free speech, again, was something fought for by aristocrats. And the aristocrats then, when the universal suffrage, when suffrage expanded, it became everybody had free speech. And to top that all off, today's regressives who call themselves liberals are doing their damnedest to destroy free speech with hate speech laws and laws against what you can't say in different places. Even America had been, the United States government had been formed for less than a year before they abridged the right of free speech. So bullshit on that. Liberalism gave you your inalienable rights. There are no inalienable rights, except perhaps the right to think. And even that, the government is doing their damnedest to stop. If they had the technology to read your mind, they would. And they would punish you for what you thought. They are about governing, controlling, ruining people's lives for bullshit. People who have hurt no one are having their lives ruined in the name of government. So don't give me any of this bullshit about how liberalism is the enemy of tyrants. And I'll be forever proud to defend it. Liberalism is the absolute opposite today of freedom. And liberalism Liberalism will be the end. As Ronald Reagan said, if tyranny ever comes to America, it will come under the name of liberalism. And that is what we are headed for. No doubt about it. There is no doubt that liberalism is the poison in America. Because liberalism has been co-opted by the Marxists. The people who are calling themselves liberals are Marxists. They are cultural Marxists. They are actual Marxists. They actually think the Communist Manifesto was a good thing and that we should follow everything in it and follow all 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto, of which we've got like 7 of them implemented in America at this point. The only thing that we are missing is actual government owning the means of production, which they effectively control every big business, and big business does their damnedest to control government. And because the government effectively has a certain control over every aspect of life. And if you do not guard yourself and protect yourself against that government control, you end up like the U.S. nuclear industry, destroyed in the space of 5 years. Literally destroyed in the space of 5 years, with a last vestige holding on. That is what liberalism gives you. That is what universal suffrage gives you. It gives you the best things in the world being destroyed by government. So don't give me any of that bullshit about liberalism. And then we've got this attempt to dismiss people who are over 60 just with no actual addressing of their points by just saying, "Okay, boomer." When somebody says to you, "Okay, boomer," the proper retort would be, "Do you want a cookie? Are you going to address my points?" Because they're acting childish. They're attempting to completely dismiss you with nothing but, "Oh, you're old." And so ask them if they need a cookie because they're acting like a child. Oh. So anyway, I think that's enough of a rant for this morning. Peace and joy to everyone, and illegitimate non-carborun. Don't let the bastards get you down.